Welcome. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate an ATR technique to collect FTIR spectra on this IR spectrometer. First, let's look at how to load a sample. This is our IR spectrometer in the lab. First thing you want to do is remove the black cover on the sample holding area. And you want to load your sample onto the crystal in the middle. If you have an oily or liquid sample, pipette just a little bit until it fills the ATR crystal, and then cover with the black cover. If you have a solid sample, place only a little bit of this onto the crystal using your spatula. Center the arm and then lower it by turning this dial until you feel it pushing against the compound. Continue and stop until you feel a click, and this click will be obvious, so just avoid over tightening. Next, we can go ahead and analyze your sample. To obtain an IR spectrum and to analyze it, you will need to remove your gloves in order to use the computer. So on your computer screen, the OMNIC software should already be up, and usually a background scan is performed and completed by your TA. So the first thing you just need to do is on the top left, hit Collect Sample, and a small pop-up window should open. Next, hit OK twice. Then you'll notice at the bottom left of the screen shows the progress for the number of scans. So you just want to wait until all 16 scans are complete, even as you start seeing your spectrum to show up. Once complete, a pop-up will open asking you to add to window. Hit Yes. Next, the spectrum should show up and be on percent transmittance, but sometimes it is upside down, and you can tell if it is in absorbance. So to change this, you would just need to hit the Process tab at the very top, and then click percent transmittance. The last thing you want to do is to label your peaks. You can do this by clicking Find Peak, and a horizontal line should show up. Basically, anything under this horizontal line will be labeled, so use your cursor and click above or below certain peaks to adjust and include or exclude these peaks. And then to save the labels, you want to hit the Add or Replace button on the top right of the screen. It is generally advised to know or predict what IR bond stretches you are expecting to show up based on your compound structure. This way you can decide to proceed or rerun the spectrum. In your post-lab, you will need to complete a table that looks like this, so use your IR spectra to answer. You should also use this table containing common IR bond stretches to interpret your spectrum, and this table is found in the lab manual. To review, each peak on the spectra is associated to a functional group that was found in your compound or your sample, meaning you need to assign what type of bond stretches are associated with each of these peaks. Again, assignment is the type of bond stretches between two atoms, so it is insufficient if you assign a peak as carboxylic acid. You need to indicate that the assignment is between a C double bonded to an O stretch on a carboxylic acid. Intensity is either weak or strong, and then you will need to describe the peak shape. Finally, the last thing you want to do is save your spectrum. Hit File, Save As, and find your TA's folder or your flash drive folder. Save it as your name or your initials, including your lab partner's name, and then include the compound, whether it's the starting material or product, and you want to save it as a .pdf file. And of course, you want to be a nice scientist. You want to hit Clear to clear your data for the next person, and also clean your area by taking a Kim wipe, spraying some isopropyl alcohol, and gently cleaning off your sample.